And on a cobweb afternoon in a room full of emptiness by a freeway, and I confess I was lost in the pages of a book full of death, reading how we'll die alone. If we're good, we'll lay to rest anywhere we wanna go. In your house, I long to be, roam by roam, patiently, and I'll wait for you there, like a stone. I'll wait for you there, alone. And on my deathbed, I will pray to the gods and the angels like a pagan, to anyone who will take me to heaven, to a place I recall. I was there so long ago. Oh, the sky was bruised, the wine was bled, and there you led me on. In your house, I long to be, roam by roam, patiently, I'll wait for you there, like a stone. I'll wait for you there, alone, alone. And on I read until the day was gone, and I sat in regret of all the things I've done, for all I've blessed and all that I've wronged. In dreams till my death, I will wander on. In your house, I long to be, roam by roam, patiently, I'll wait for you there, like a stone. I'll wait for you there, alone, alone. Hi, my name is Gravity Groove. Welcome to Not Safe for Work Magic. That was the late, great, incomparable Chris Cornell and the song Like a Stone by Audioslave. I haven't sung that one in a while. I like it a lot. We're going to try to quick draft again today, and remember folks, This is not the correct way to draft. We're quick drafting because each rare is worth around 200 gems, because a pack is 200 gems. And so when we can get 5 or 6 rares, or even like say 3 rares in a pack and 100 gems, the draft itself is only 750. So anytime we're getting more than 750 worth out of our picks, then we're profiting. So this isn't really the way you would draft to advance your rank when you're taking every rare that you don't have. This is the way you would draft if you want to build a bit of a standard collection in a way that's slightly cheaper with some small upside. There are going to be games that you can win, and all the games that you can win are quite profitable just by the nature of you're getting guaranteed value with this methodology, and if you happen to be lucky enough to do better, which you probably will be, I'm not, then you get bonus EV. I have a handy dandy spreadsheet that keeps track of all of the cards I have already picked. It's a Google Doc, and we're starting to establish a decent amount of rares that we have 4 of. We have 4 Tundra Fumaroles, 4 Waking the Trolls, 4 Trickeries, 4 Turgids, 4 Reflections, 4 Pyres, 4 Egons, 4 Blightstep Pathways. So we've got some things we're starting to get 4 of that we don't have to auto take anymore. We've only got like 6 mythics, I think. I don't know, 2 Vorinclex, 2 Valkies, 1 Tyvar Kel, 2 Toroffs, 1 Quakebringer, 1 Havlar. Okay, so we got like 10, 11 mythics. Not terrible. We've got 69 dude packs saved up, which according to this says I need minimum 25 more drafts to collect all the rares. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that far, but I do not believe we have 4 Dream Devourers. I do want to point out that Dream Devourer is perhaps one of the worst rares in terms of adding value. This pack is really insane. This would actually be a hard first pick. It's between Avalanche Caller and Brettengard Protector. This card is very, very powerful. Don't let its size fool you. If it has any sort of presence on the board, it just must be removed, and the value it generates can be very, very scary. But because of the nature of the hurdle we're causing for ourselves, we're going to take the Dream Devourer. Now, I do want to again stress this is not the correct move. This is not how you should draft. In this case, you're always taking one of these 2 cards, and even the best common is in the pack as well. If any of these things wheel, that will be really great. Even Sculptor or Way Down or Master Skull. This is an exceptional pack, really. There's only 2 dogs, 2 bad cards in the whole pack. Pretty nuts, honestly. I do feel bad having to take the Dream Devourer, of course, because it's a card that we're likely not going to play. But we're taking it for value. We now have 2 Dream Devourers. This pack much, much weaker than the first. Rootless U is just okay, and it does really require you to have a Lindy or 2 to be extra good. The fact that if it was a 4/5, it would be so much more valuable than being a 5/4, in my opinion. Stronghold is pretty good, but I think Stewart Valkyrie is probably what we want here. It would be Stewart Valkyrie, Goldvein Pick, or a speculative Alpine Meadow. I like the Valkyrie. The fact that it's occasionally just a 2-mana 3/2 flyer is pretty great. Gold Vein pick is usually pretty reliable, but we don't really know what kind of deck we are yet, and we'll probably see more equipment. And again, I just don't think Rootless U is as good as I had initially rated it. Yeah, we'll take the Valkyrie. Avalanche Caller. Okay. So this is the second Avalanche Caller we've seen. This card can be pretty exceptional, but it does require a fairly large investment in snow. But probably worth the payoff. The World Tree. So this is another rare here. Spirit of the Elder Guard, of course, seems like the better pick, especially if we're going to try to bend towards a snow deck. The World Tree also somewhat fixing. I don't believe we have 4 World Trees yet. The World Tree. Nope, we don't, so we have to take it. Again, the correct pick here is always going to be the Spirit. The Spirit is definitely going to make a deck with the Avalanche Caller just a better deck by, leaps and bounds. The World Tree is maybe occasionally going to let us splash freely. We already have 4 Tybalt's Trickeries, so we're no longer having to take that, which is nice. Pilfering Hawk, Snow-Covered Land. Huh. Well, probably not playing this, but these colors tend to be okay. If we are going to actually hope to play Avalanche Caller, I think we have to take the Snow-Covered Forest here. Blue with a potential red splash. This card can be quite good. Horizon Seeker is also just very reasonable and a fixing card. So the Rootless U came back around? No, this is a different pack. We have no snow option here. We do have fairly strong red. If you were seeing this very, very late in normal circumstances, you'd kind of have to take it. And I can easily see cutting Stalwart Valkyrie to run more squashes if we start getting handed a lot of red. This is a lot of Rootless U's that we're seeing, which is interesting. But I think Squash is still the more powerful card. Interesting. The thing about bot draft 2 is that the bots just pick the best cards, so you don't really get signals the way you would in a real draft, which makes it kind of extra difficult to understand what you're supposed to be doing. Bind the Monster is very reasonable if we definitely want to be in a snow archetype. So is Glittering Frost, which would allow us to splash quite a bit easier. We don't even know for sure what our definitive color is yet, which is a little concerning. Because we have just all of our different permanents are different colors. If we're just going by independent power level here, it's probably Bind the Monster. Fearless Liberator is something you definitely want for like the black-red Berserker deck. Axed is good in virtually every deck. Axed is pretty reasonable if we wanted to like break towards Gruul and maybe just splash white or blue. Bind or Axed? Bind or Axed? Both pretty close, honestly. Mistwalker is very, very good. I think I have to take Mistwalker here. Starting to push us towards blue a little more definitively. One pick I think is always fine. We've seen many, many, many Axguard cavalries. Just starting to make me think that the computer has decided that it's not in red. Which could mean that we have to be. Magda is a pretty good reason to start going towards 2-drops. But we're going to have to figure out how to do that here. So we'll take Magda. And put that on the list. Magda number 2. So Sigrid. So, I mean, we could go red-white and then splash the Mistwalker in the binding. It's looking like we're pulling away from snow. Follow the Imposter. Let's see, Sigrid. That's 2 of those. Story Seeker, also a very powerful card here. Feed would be pretty reasonable, but Feed is virtually impossible to splash. You really need to make a commitment for Feed to be reasonable. We could just end up cutting the blue and going green, white, red. Also not bad. We're going to need better fixing if that's the direction we're going right now. We could cut the white as well and just go with Gruel Shell. This is looking real messy, folks. Real messy. Follow the Imposter is the most powerful card in this pack, but Story Seeker is very good. It's another Story Seeker. So what if we kind of went this direction? And just splashed green? Just hope we get some better equipment. Maybe we can have a bit of a beatdown deck. Well, there's coal. We need a few more pieces of equipment for this to be reasonable. Another Squash is pretty great. Snakeskin Veil would also be good here. We would like some shapeshifters. Right now we don't really have any giants or shapeshifters, so we don't have any way to discount our squashes. It's a very, very late Demon Bolt. So again, when cards like Demon Bolt are coming to you in Quick Draft, that means the computer has decided, at least on one side of you, that they are not in that color very definitively. So this would allow us to fetch the Gold Vein pick and the Fall of Imposter, which is cute. Master Scald currently just gets back Fall of Imposter or Gold Vein pick. But we'll probably see more Master Scalds. Arnie Slays the Trolls came all the way back, which is pretty cool. I think Craven Hulk is fine here. We would like some fixing, really, more than anything here. We've got 1, 2, 3 green cards we want to splash. We could easily cut Horizon Seeker. But we don't have any multicolor lands at all. And we only have Magda to potentially generate... Oh, I guess we have Magda and Pick. To potentially generate treasures that will be colorless for us. I think one big guy, giant, is fine here. Vault Robber is also another way to potentially fix. We don't want to be playing a dirtily 1-3, but... Fucking Koma. Well, we have to take Koma, but our deck is so far away from being able to play Koma. And it's such an auto win, too. Yeesh. Oh, and another Spirit of Aldegard. Man, this deck would have been so powerful if we weren't rare drafting. So generally speaking, we're going to get 2 wins with a deck like this. So Koma, 1, and Jorn. Do we have 4 Jorns yet? Having to pick you makes me feel 4 Jorn. But I'll pick it. What you would pick in this pack is almost certainly going to be the Fangbearer, or depending on how your invasion, your deck has gone, invasion's also reasonable. I don't like this one, but I like the Tapper a lot better than this. Also, Augury Raven is just really solid as well. It's a pretty reasonable pack. I doubt we're even playing this guy. Doomscar Oracle is fine, but not very good. Run Amok is a pretty solid trick, and the kind of trick that this deck would want. Sculptor Winter is fine, but we're not getting any particular value out of it. We'll just take the Run Amok. We could have taken the dual land there as well. Elven Bow, Mystic Reflection. Do we have 4 of those? Mystic Reflection. We do not. All right. Well, this deck is gonna be extra bad because we've been past a lot of rares that are jank, and we've just taken them all. Another Arnie Slays the Trolls. Sure. We've got all the Slays the Trolls, and our creatures are absolute dog shit. And another Squash. Oh my god. Our creatures are so bad, though. Yeah, we'll take a Lindworm. Otter Mana is just going to be awful. It's going to be so awful. We're probably not playing this. Sure. Unfortunately, we have to play all the green creatures we have in here now. We're just going to, like, lose games to mana because we ended up in a 3-color deck that is just profoundly terrible. We might actually want a Giant Ox here. Like, how do we win? Oh man, the picks, the off picks were so powerful. Like every time we had to pick a rare, the other picks were fucking great. Like they were all great. So now we have just an absolute pile of piss. We're not playing 2 Cinderheart Giants, right? I guess we could play 2 Cinderheart Giants and cut the Ravenous Lindworm. Since we're not often going to be able to get to double green. We only ended up with 1 piece of equipment. Oh, 2 pieces. Okay. Well, that makes the coal a little better. 14 or 15 creatures is going to have to be fine. We're going to want 17 land because our land is so bad. Like, we don't actually need that much land to cast a lot of our things, I think, but we do want to get to the Cinderheart Troll, or Giant. Just want to cut as much green as possible, right? Make the splash hurt as little as possible. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 4 green. The curve is pretty low otherwise. Our removal, unfortunately, is pretty bad because fight cards for removal in a deck that's this weak. How many rares did we actually end up with? 1, 2, 3. A mythic, which is worth like, I think like 800 gems, roughly. And 4, 5, 6. Wow. Yeah, so even if we absolutely tank here, that's totally fine. We need to cut one more thing. We do have some fairly powerful spells in Fall and Demon Bull, and we have all these squashes. So maybe we cut one of the Arnie Slays the Trolls because we have all these squashes. That seems crazy though. Maybe we just cut the Run Amok. We're probably not attacking that much, honestly. We're probably just mostly waiting back on defense until we can get a big creature out like a giant and hope that's good enough. Do I want to try 16 land here, or is that just absolutely bug nutty? We have so many 2-drops, but we kind of really want to ramp into our Cinder Giant, and our squashes are probably going to usually be very expensive. So we have 8, 15, and 4. Do we just add another red? That seems pretty reasonable. Keep in mind, folks, this is a bad deck, and it's bad by design. We rare drafted because we're trying to open less packs. We're trying to cheat money from wizards, basically. So any victory we get here is a tremendous victory, really. Since we have Magda, this hand is fine. Look, at the very least, we're going to get to generate 1 treasure, in all likelihood. Well, maybe we just Story Seeker here, because we can pick and equip it. Yeah. If they don't have something with 3 power here, then we get a free swing. And that will give us a treasure. Pretty great, actually. Now we've got Horizon Seeker to potentially fix. Interesting. Bounce this, maybe? Is it broken? Broken Sky or whatever. Yep. Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Boo! Boo. So we do this. We make some treasures. Roast. Get our fixing. Actually applied a reasonable amount of pressure. If we can get full value off Craven Hulk, we're probably good here. Don't give us another land. Ugh, monster. Actual monster. Oh, Mammoth? Down. Damn it! Fuck. So one of these is going to get huge next turn. Do we just wait for that? No, we put it on this thing. Swing with this, and we'll post again. We are flooding pretty hard right now. Holy shit. Why do I have to go and open my stupid fucking mouth? God damn. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 7 land left, 8 land left in the whole deck. Wow. Yep. If we don't start drawing some actual spells here, we're pretty dead. Seven, 8, 10. Holy fucking shit! Holy fucking shit! Holy fucking shit! How? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 land. 11 land. 17 cards. What are my odds for that? 1.1% according to the Deculator. 1.1%. I'd like you folks to remember when I said that I'm not lucky, that I was not lying. There was no trickery with what I said to you. I am just not meant to have been alive, and the fact that I cheated death more than once has sapped all goodwill from the world. So one of these is a counterspell. One is Behold the Multiverse. I guess if we can get through a Cinder Giant, we can win. He now kind of has to play a creature here. He's not playing a creature here? Okay. Well, there's our Cinder Giant. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Mammoth? Okay. Probably should have used that for the Cinder Giant, but maybe he's got an answer for that. Yeah. Man. You've just drawn so poorly. What's left in the deck? We haven't drawn any of our squashes. He milled one. We've got one flyer. We've got Fall. We've got Sigrid still. Cole. We've got an Arnie left. Haven't drawn any of our equipment. Well, no, he destroyed one of our equipment. He put the Kaldheim pick back in our deck. Interesting. And we immediately drew it. At the very least, we have a lot of life. Don't Koma me, bro. What a weird game. That did not seem like a game we could win after that midpoint. Surprising. And that opener was great, though. Everything lined up really nicely. Remember, all these draws are pure profit at this point. So Vault Robber into Gold Vein pick is not great. But I don't really want to mulligan this hand. We have 2 turns to potentially draw planes. And we have multiple 2-drops. It's definitely not great, but I don't think it's so bad that you throw it away when you're in best of 1 and every card matters. Potential Guardian here. Playing on a Masked Vandal for value. Definitely makes the Vault Robber kind of suck. So now we're at the mercy of RNGesus, and as you know, RNGesus usually hates us. Man, if we would have gotten a white mana for that Story Seeker, that opening would have been gas. Still no plays. We'll have the 5th mana for hard casting Swash, which I guess is fine. If he has a Demon Bolt, we're in pretty significant trouble. Because he can just get boasts for however many turns we continue to brick. Forcing us to swash the Firewalker is not ideal. Okay, this easily could be run amok. Because it's a boast card, I feel like we don't really have a choice in blocking it or not blocking it. Could very easily be run amok. So he got his 5th land. It's pretty good. That's kind of what we were expecting. So now we're going to have to... Wow, and another great white card. We're going to have to do this. Well, we just kind of auto-lost this one. Keeping the 2 white cards was a definite risk, but... Never unpunished, I guess. Yep. Another uncastable card. Wow. 4 uncastables. So I guess we're due for the Stewart Valkyrie now. Yep. 5 uncastables. GG game. GG. It's possible to continue playing there, but the tempo loss we're experiencing, combined with the fact that we've drawn that poorly, I'm just not interested in it. I get that there's like 5 percentage points I'm sacrificing that we could have somehow turned that around if they just bricked out, but I don't want to waste my time. We drew super, super, super bad. There was no fixing that. So we have all our colors but no creatures here. We do have a Demon Bolt to protect us from a little bit of early aggression. Ooh, and a Magnet. Interesting. Would I want to follow the Imposter here and not get value for it? That doesn't seem like it could be correct, right? Just gotta hope we draw a land. Or not a land, a creature. So we have 15 in the deck. Well, 16, but 15 other in the deck. Seems like a pretty reasonable kill target. I feel like having the bigger butt in the first strike is going to be more important. It's also got evasion. Wow. Backs it in. I'm pretty surprised by that, but maybe he got a really bad opening there. Yeah, Magna can really allow for some broken fixing to happen. It's been the only reason we've won the 2 games we've won. Two playable white cards, but not very good ones. Two very powerful other cards, both requiring red. I mean, Ox buys us a lot of time, right? And red's our primary color, so we're pretty likely to find it. Ox does buy a lot of time if he's just got regular old beaters. Horizon Seeker could fix for us. And we got the red anyway? Awesome. So, do we make this trade? It doesn't seem like it's particularly worth it. I kind of just want to play this to have the ability to use Arnie next turn. I can't Arnie if I do this. Got his fixing. Squash probably more valuable than this. What the fuck? Okay. Great. What a dickhead. Deleted my entire hand. On turn 4. Like my entire hand. What the fuck? I mean, what am I supposed to say to that? Absolutely nothing I could have done there. We've got 2 more squashes. 1 more Arnie. Odds are very, very low win this one. Ugh, we got 3 for 1. Gosh, and another Vengeful Reaper, huh? $11 land remaining in the deck. Arnie, Fall, Squash, 1 land away from Cinderheart Giant being relevant. Raven's pretty good. Wow, he's got enough for activation, doesn't he? Okay. 1,000,000 creatures. So we can tap the Ravager. He could triple block this, lose these two. Okay. You could take 5 and double block the Gold Maw. Yeah, now we just have to hope that the top of the deck is kind. Still just looking for any kind of removal. Cinderglave's pretty good. So we swing this. He has to double block with one of those, which is fine. We also deal 2 damage if he double blocks. Really? Okay. Oh, only one? I thought it was one for each. I'll have one spin of his fella. Fuck my fucking life. Nice top deck. Hey! We can do that too. Oh shit, if I do that and it hits this, we basically just crap out, right? So I think we have to kill this fella. And then he's just dead. Yep. Alright. We can top deck too, apparently. Don't ask me, man. This is definitely more wins than this deck deserves. That did not feel like a good chance to win, but yeah, I mean, It's aggressive. We need an equipment for this to really shine, but I don't think I can chuck it. Get a piece of equipment that'll be pretty great. Or we can just draw lands forever, you know, as you do. Because we have no equipment here, I'm happy to just treat the Kola as a 2-2. He has like 2 mana removal and he gets to Seeker multiple times, but that's fine. Seven land remaining in our deck. We're hoping to draw some spells. Land remaining in our entire deck. That is, so we already had a 1.1% to happen a couple games ago. So now we're at a 3.5%. Yeah, I mean, I guess we can get a Fall or an Arnie in one of our pieces of equipment. Next turn. Or we can just squash this. Yeah, I guess. We drew another land, by the way. So that's now 8 land in 12 cards. Is that 13 cards? No, that was 8 land and now it's 13 cards. 8 land and 13 cards. 5.9. It's good that you cast that now. We just want to do this. So, aura and or equipment. So I guess we'll take Gold Vein Pick and... Oh, those aren't auras. Those are enchantments. Bummer. That makes that a lot less good. So he's got Raise or Return from the Tides. Return from the Tides is sorcery, right? Let's see. Return. Return upon the tide. Yeah, sorcery. Okay. So maybe just a piece of removal? Still missing a green, so I guess we're just gonna pick on the Battlefield Raptor. to make the green. If we can strike, of course. If we're making him use the removal spell on a 1-mana creature, that's kind of great. That's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing for us. He used his most powerful removal option on actual garbage. Oh my god! 3 Masked Vandals? 3? 3 Masked Vandals. Wow. Three Masked Vandals. That's pretty ridiculous. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 land remain in the deck. 8 land remain in the deck. Oh, because we destroyed one. That's shitty. Please don't have a kill spell. At least this time, if he has another struggle, we can squash. What the actual fuck? Okay. What the fuck? How did he get that many Masked Vandals? How is he absolutely wiping my ass with them too? Man. I guess Stalwart Valkyrie or Sigrid might be our best draw here. Our other equipment's fine. Cinderheart Giant's also pretty good. Not sure what they're tanking about. Did they get disconnected? Okay. Oh man, I'm officially out of coffee. Gonna have to go see if there's more downstairs after this one. I mean, I'll happily take a free win with how bad our runs have been going lately. How many timeouts do you get? I only have 2. Is he now taking 3? Maybe the sublime joy of drawing 4 Mass Vandals is giving him some sort of paralyzing orgasm. Yeah, okay. I don't understand. BRB. More coffee. Do we have any playable auras we can put in the deck to make that stupid land do something? Bind the monster, so no. We don't actually have any playable auras we can put in. Huh. Oh. Ooh, just gotta chill. I mean, if we don't get any more wins from this point, that's totally fine. This deck is already extremely overperformed to my expectations. We got like 6 rares and a mythic and 4 wins. That's just fucking nuts, especially considering how suboptimally we built our deck to pick all these shitty rares. And the reason you do this in quick draft is that it's $750 for gems. If you're doing this in a real draft, that's $1,500. You might get more rares, but you're paying double, so it's just less value overall. And your deck's going to be much, much, much less playable if you're just taking all the rares. Like if you get 10 or 12 in a draft that's $1,500, you're just probably not going to get any wins at all. So we've got, at the very least, Story Seeker into Tormentor's Helm, which is pretty reasonable. Story Seeker has just been such a good card. Gonna save this Raider to potentially fix our mana. Fix our draws. It'd be kind of great if we actually found the pick now. So this is blue, so at the very least we know we're not going to be getting Iron Verdict this turn. Good trick. I don't want to chuck this, but I could chuck this with the Raider if I have to. Ah, fellow chucker, eh? Probably just chuck the Ox. So probably a Stalwart Valkyrie in these colors is what I'm expecting. Damn it. Missed our fourth land. Probably a Stalwart Valkyrie here. Which is a lot worse than the Raven. So we're kind of hoping that's what he has. Iron Verdict we don't care that much about. Like, which mediocre creature would you like to kill? Yeah, I think this is more important than getting the champion out. Holy shit. Well, 14 cards drawn and only 3 land. 14 cards drawn, 3 land, 4.8%. You see, I've played a lot of actual Magic, and you don't get this many bad results back to back to back. Like, these games are supposed to be, these results are supposed to occur infrequently. This is what makes a lot of people concerned about the Shuffler's efficacy. Opponent stuck on lands too, at least. Probably just going to put a land in there. Oh, man. Damn it. I will snap double block. Okay. So we can put this on this. We gain a little more life than them because they get tormented. Plus we can cast the Valkyrie. That's probably fine. Oh, or we just play the Valkyrie and swing through. Sure. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Uh-huh. So uh-huh. Man, if we can get a forest or another land and not get like doom scarred here. Wow. Yep, that's pretty backbreaking. Not gonna lie. So now we just go to combat. Can I move this? I can't move this now, huh? Attack with both. Crew. I forgot about that. I think his mythic just kills us. Honestly. Yep. I think his mythic just kills us. Damn it. Getting a forest sure would help a lot. I'm going to move this here. So essentially if he draws removal, it doesn't actually do anything. Cool. Even though we kind of punted on that crew play, finally got him into a pinning position. Couldn't have done it without the Story Seeker. This is so weird.
Take your marks. Set.
This is an absolute throwaway, unfortunately. It's not good, but it's what we got. So we have Ox or Demon Bolt on 2. They both achieve similar things. Drawing Imastern Raider here would be pretty great, because we could chuck a Plains. We're hoping he doesn't have Story Seeker. Ox is pretty bad against that. Funeral Longbow. So we've got all of our colors. We just need to draw some stuff. And we need our cards to go really far because we started down 1. Six land in our first 9 is not ideal. Land remaining in the deck. Spirit is pretty amazing. For those of you watching along at home, how many of you called that? I would hope all of you called that. Yeah, I guess that doesn't matter right now. Seven land and 10 cards. .5%. No, but the shuffler is working as intended, everyone. Shuffler totally working as intended. This is how the shuffler is supposed to be working. It's exactly correct. Really? I kind of thought he was going to Mammoth Growth there. So confirmed, Mammoth Growth is not the card he has. Could be Snakeskin. This will definitely suss that out. Okay, so not snakeskin. Oh yeah, snakeskin can't foretell. What am I talking about? So I've got squash up now. Fall the Imposter. Am I supposed to play Fall the Imposter here? Feels pretty silly. Try to find one more creature before we fall. Really wish I had a shitty aura for this. Even like the Arakan form or something. Or like Spectral Steel or Valor of the Worthy. Yep. Getting a lot of value out of that Funeral Longboat, actually. Jarl? No? Not Jarl either? What the hell is it? Only actually drawn one creature, huh? Yeah. Again, we've got 5 wins. It's already way more wins than I would have expected to have got with this deck. Yep. Yep. Blow this up. It's not the highest damage creature out there, but it is the one that guarantees that one of our creatures dies, so. So I guess we're just squashing this. Still looking pretty dead. Yep. I cruise for 1. Gets to hit us for 6 here. Literally never drawn a creature. I never would have expected in a million years that I would die to Funeral Longboat. Never in a million years, folks. Yep. If you only draw 1 creature, not much of a game. Again, crap it out here is totally fine. We've already done way better than this deck deserves. That was kind of shitty. It's always kind of shitty, but we mulliganed as best we could and just never got to play Magic. Fuck. We have, like, the nut opening, but no white. Yep, that's a mulligan. Fuck my life. Another one where we don't get to play Magic. It's pretty unfortunate. pretty unfortunate. He's got a 1, 2, 3 curve as well, so even if we kept 7, we would have been in bad shape. Oh, he doesn't. Okay. At least there's that. Murphy's trail. What the hell is this? Interesting. So, we got nothing for him. I think it's more important to get this online. Even though that means there's a chance that he just kills it and we lose the counters. I feel like that's a chance we have to take. Really hoping he has no frostbite here. That's pretty great, actually. Craven Hulk activates Squash, but Horizon Seeker just seems like it's more valuable. Yeah, it's got to be correct to just use all of our mana here. If we hit a land, we'll have Horizon Seeker and Squash up, which is pretty big upside. Right now we do have to start being worried about like a really big creature. So I guess we're squashing. We see how you got the wins you got, sir. Now we basically can't block this. Another Swash would be pretty great. Not bad, not bad. Fuck. Damn. Damn. So we could attack with Horizon Seeker to dig for a land. We could attack with Craven Hulk and then move the Tormenting here. Yeah, that seems like the play. Supply pressure. Seems pretty great to me. Follow the Imposter seems pretty great. Probably even better than fetching a land, honestly. I guess we can fetch a land and play it if that land is a forest. Opponent looking fairly dead. Did we just win on a mull to 5? In limited? With garbage? Yeah, I think we did. Well, here we go, folks. Horn of Failure. We beat Goldspan Dragon. And Squash has been great. Squash has been great. Even a suboptimal deck, Squash has bailed us out so many times. There's just so little in the format that it doesn't kill. It even kills Koma if you have untapped mana the turn Koma comes into play. The only other thing I think that kills Koma after its generated value is Feed the Serpent, I think. Because it's exile. I guess if it's only Koma and one Serpent, Turgid's Shadow does it too, right? We've got a 2-drop into our choice of equipment. Sure. Not exciting, but fine. Fine start for aggression. Hoping we find another land here. Would be nice to be able to pick. I think it's more important to get the pick out here, honestly. That way we could equip both next turn if we want. Have a 4/4. Damn it. Just about the only thing that beats us there. We could potentially squash that if we really wanted to. That does not feel correct, though. If we move the equipment here, then he can double block, which is also bad. We could also just move both the equipments here and fly in for 3. Huh. He probably doesn't want to sacrifice anything. I think we just keep pressing. This activates our squash, so if he does have a big creature play here, potentially kill it. Okay, so we had the Iron Verdict, a really unimportant creature of ours. So we can Arnie to eat the Sentinel, which I think we should. Or we could eat the Sculptor. Eat the Sculptor. And then we'll get this here. And this here. Jump. Probably should have done those the other way. The treasure was a little more important to us. So we're hoping no bound in gold here. Wow. Pretty good. Yeah. What can I tell you, folks? This deck was really suboptimal. We picked a lot of garbage to optimize the amount of rares we got, and we still somehow got 7 wins. I would say the primary tactic for winning all those games ended up largely being our good 2-drops. Axe Guard Cavalry, the Story Seeker was great. The Battlefield Raptor on more than one occasion, because we had 2 Arnies and Fall, the Imposter, and equipment, was a great bearer for all of our different counters and shenanigans. And the squashes just protected our back end. So we had a nice aggressive start, a way to put them low, and then with our squashes we could generally survive the bigger bombs that were going to come out of a deck that was slower until we could get the last few points through, often with the Tormentor's Helm. Yeah, if you're out of ideas, Boros is pretty reliable, even though it's definitely I would say closer to a tier 2 strategy. It's still pretty powerful if your draws kind of fall out in the right direction. We'll take one more look at this before it goes away forever. So as you can see, we ended up having 4 blue splashed cards, all of which were highlighted as fairly important in our build in different matchups. We did not have any real fixing other than our Magda, a Vault Robber, and our Gold Vein pick, which all that stuff proved to be enough. Multiple times we got the green we needed off of treasure tokens and Magda. The Tormentor's Helm, every card of this was instrumental. The Giant Ox was instrumental, the Battlefield Raptor, the Story Seeker, every card in this was important. The only card we never played was Sigrid. We never drew it once in 9 games. Wow, in 9 games we never drew Sigrid. Whatever. Pretty good games though. And my name is Gravity Groove. This has been Not Safe for Work Magic. If you've enjoyed this, triumphant return to getting a few victories in this game, please consider leaving a like or subscribing or saying something nice and positive down below in the comments, such as attaboy. I'd love an attaboy for this. This was a bad deck, and I feel like I took the optimal lines of play and I made it work. And I wouldn't mind an attaboy for that. Thanks so much for hanging out. There's a lot of cool stuff out there on the internet, and it's cool that you decided to spend a little of your time here with me. I do hope to see you back sometime. I'll be back. Probably. Henry. Boom. Thanks for hanging out.